Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would talk to you about Roblox and whether I think it's safe or not for kids, and also show you how you can make it safer. I've mentioned a few times in my videos that my children play Roblox, and it really all started during the lockdown, which I think is the case for so many parents and children. But when my kids couldn't see their friends, it was actually really nice for them to almost have a virtual play date. They would phone a friend on my phone and then play a game on Roblox alongside them, and it was really nice to see them chatting away and having fun again. So Roblox have actually seen a massive surge during the pandemic. They're a company that have actually done really well out of the current situation. There's now over 100 million users. There's more people on Roblox than there are on Minecraft, for instance. So if your children aren't currently playing on it, they may well be asking if they can. So I thought this was like a hot topic, and because I've mentioned that my children play on Roblox, I have had a few people on Instagram send me stories that other parents have experienced. So a few people on Instagram saying like things that have happened to their children online while they're playing Roblox. So I watched all of those stories with great interest, but if I'm completely honest with you, I found myself getting quite frustrated because a lot of the things that had happened could have completely been avoided if parents had looked at the privacy settings and quickly changed a few things. So I'll show you how to do that today and just talk you through what it even is. So what even is Roblox? It isn't just one game, it is an online platform of games. There are literally millions of different ones that your kids can play. And if I was really going to simplify it, I could say it's a gaming version of YouTube. So people can actually create games and add them to Roblox, and depending on your child's profile, they can access the games. But I will show you in a bit like how you can limit their profile so that they don't see scary games or like non-age appropriate games as well. But it's also a social media platform, so if your child is on Roblox, they can chat to friends, they can message friends, and they can also interact with them as well, again depending on their profile. So the big question is it safe for our kids to play Roblox? Well, again, it depends on your child's profile. So Roblox have actually got a guide to help parents navigate the parental controls. I will link the full guide down below in the description, but it's quite wordy and lengthy, so I'm basically going to summarize it here and show you how you can make it a bit safer for your children. So the first tip to make it that bit safer is whether you or your child set up their profile, make sure that their date of birth is entered correctly. That is because Roblox have default security settings, and just by saying their age, it will decide what games they're shown and what games they're not shown. It's really simple to check your child's profile right now and see if they have a 13 and over profile or a 13 and under profile. It is just at the top right hand side of the screen and you can see it easily, and if not, change their date of birth. And just so you know, regardless of age, there are some built-in restrictions, like if your child did have chat, they wouldn't be able to share phone numbers, addresses, personal information, YouTube links, or anything like that. All of that is not allowed. So now I'm going to show you how you can change the privacy settings, and if you want to completely lock their account down, you can change things like they don't receive messages, they can't accept friend requests, they can't go in the chat, they don't see some scary games, for instance, if you don't want them to, because it is a social media platform. So if you don't alter these things, they could literally be talking to anyone. This is a Roblox account that I've set up for the purposes of this video. You'll see me here, and I'm Emily Noodle Mom. I'd actually never recommend letting your children use their real name in their avatar. It would be much better if it's just something really generic, like I love Roblox or something like that. So if you go over here to this little wheel, click that, and then go to settings, which is the first drop down. Then in this bit, you'll want to go to security. If you wanted to completely lock down your child's account, all you have to do is click this, account restrictions, and it's either enabled or disabled. So by clicking that, it's completely locked down. So I would do that if Caleb had an account, because I wouldn't want him to be speaking to anyone. But if you have an older child and you wouldn't mind them talking to their friends, you can go to the privacy bit here, and then change a few things. So if it was who can message me rather than everyone or no one, you could choose just friends. Same with who can chat to me, you could choose friends or no one. And then who can invite me to private servers, because sometimes kids play in like a private server game. Again, you can just change it to just friends if that's what you want. So it's literally that simple. Just go to security or to privacy and change their settings. Obviously, if you have a very young child, it's a great idea to completely lock down their account, and then when they're older, if you feel like you wouldn't mind them chatting to friends, you can revisit the settings then. I feel like this video might be a bit controversial and get some stories and different views in the comments, and by all means put them in the comments. But for me, I feel like technology is one of those things that just is not going to go away, and we almost as parents have to embrace it and educate ourselves as much as we can. I would urge you to play the games that your kids are playing, see how they work and what you really think of them. Every game that the children have asked for, we've actually played and tested out ourselves. There are a few that we've played and I've actually thought, no, you can't have this. It's too violent, it's too sexualized, or it's too addictive. So we have allowed them to play on Roblox, but obviously with the settings changed. So yeah, I just feel like, especially with what's just happened, technology is only going to be a bigger part of our life, and we need to really educate ourselves, because our children are growing up in a world that we didn't grow up in. And I must also say, you can't just change the privacy settings and security settings and think, okay, they're safe now, because they're not. There can still be bullying in games, there can still be bullying in the overall chat, but what we do is when Fraser plays this game, he is in the same room as us, he is within earshot, and he knows that he can speak to us about anything that's said. Or, I mean, to be honest, he's not really had any problems, but I think it's a nice idea to keep them really close to you. And if you do only want them playing games like this when you're around, you can actually add a PIN number in the account settings, so they would have to ask you for the PIN number so that they could play. Another massive tip from me is, whether your child is already online gaming or you're thinking about letting them online game, it's worth sitting your child down and having a discussion with them. Not a lecture, but just talking about what behavior you think is appropriate online, what you think is inappropriate online, and also telling and showing them how you can easily report someone if they were upsetting them, and you can also block a user if you don't want to interact with them anymore. It's a good opportunity to teach your children how to communicate online as well, and what you expect from them, and just keeping those lines of communication open with your children. If you can kind of do that from a young age, hopefully that will like stay as they get older. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit different, a bit niche, and there's going to be lots of people with different opinions, and in terms of screen time, that is a whole nother video, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys. Oh, I forgot to answer the question in the title: is Roblox safe? In summary, no, I don't think any online game is 100% safe, but you can make it safer for your children and also keep them close and keep those lines of communication open.